How's it going, guys? This is your Supply Chain Pro here, and in today's video, we will be reviewing your guide to apply for your next job. You have clicked on this video most likely because of one of two reasons. The first is that you find yourself currently out of work and looking to start working again. The second reason is that you are unhappy or unsatisfied at your current employer and you're looking to see if there is a better opportunity out there over the job that you have now. Whichever the reason is, the first step to the application process is to update your resume. Here at Supply Chain Pros, we don't make feel-good content that sounds good, cuts corners, or tries to sell you the easy way out. That the grass is always greener and all you have to do is try and you will be successful. We believe that effort and motivation are important contributing factors to the long-term success. However, we believe that there is also value in strategy, preparation, and experience that you can't just get from effort and wishing alone. In another video on our channel, we will cover how to make the most effective resume for your application. Today's summary advice is to make your resume a positive, concise, and honest presentation of your strengths and what you are capable of on the job. You want to show a hiring manager that you have a positive impact. The second step of the application process is to find employers that are looking to fill a vacancy. While cold calling and pounding the pavement are old school, tried and true historical methods for job applicants, today's economy has moved digital to online platforms. It is advised to start off at a job search website such as Indeed.com or Monster.com, where companies frequently go to find job seekers and post their vacancies. A larger list of more job search websites will be provided in the description of the video below. At these websites, you can input the city that you live in and determine a distance radius that you prefer so that you can set how long your commute will be. If you begin the search now, you will get every job that is posted within the radius. This search can be overwhelming with way too many options for you to read through, and it'll be in your best interest to input a position that you have experience in, or maybe your top skill or strength, or any other factor that you find important in your next job. This will narrow down the search results to a more manageable and specialized amount. Many modern search websites have additional search parameters that can further help you to narrow down your search results so that you see less jobs that are outside of what you're looking for. One example is a salary minimum filter, where if you can't live off of more than $60,000 in an annual salary, or which is $29 an hour, for example, you can put this information into the filter and it will only display jobs that meet or exceed this minimum. Let's say that you find a posting title that you think you have interest in. Click on the posting and read through the information provided. Working on a full-time basis is a large commitment in our life. A 40-hour work week makes up nearly 1/3 of all available hours each of us lives in a week. We encourage you to seek employment that is both beneficial to you through the financial salary that comes as compensation for the position, as well as satisfying to you so that you have a good mental health and a positive experience in your life. If you find yourself in a dead-end job that you hate, those emotions spill over into other areas of your life. Try to find a job that is a good fit for you. You and your family will be happier emotionally if you can find this. This job posting is the first step in understanding if you could be happy working in this role at this company. The most common parts of a job posting include salary or rate of pay, job description, position, responsibilities, schedule, required or preferred qualifications, and experience. Job postings can also list company-provided benefits for the individual after they are hired. Once you find a job posting that you could see yourself being happy with, click the Apply button now on the page. The job search may send you to another website, or it may give you the ability to put in the required information. You may have to sign in or create an account if you're using a job search website. The next step after you complete the online application is the most challenging part of the entire process: waiting for a response. Responses may come in the form of a phone call or an email. It may come within a few hours, a few days, a few weeks, or not at all. Don't put all of your hope into one application. Applying to multiple job postings will increase your chances of receiving a response. Historically, the next step is for an in-person interview at the company's physical building that you applied to. In our increasingly digital world, more interviews are being conducted remotely via the telephone or video conference calls. While remote interviews are very easy for the applicant, your Supply Chain Pros tip is if you have the option of an in-person interview or a remote interview, choose the in-person interview if possible. This allows you to understand how long of a commute you will have. You also will have the ability to understand the context of the building that your future potential employer works in, and you can see what you may be spending the next third of your weekly available time at. Finally, you also get a chance to make a much better face-to-face connection in person that no monitor or phone can create. Schedule a time that is convenient for you with the recruiter or hiring manager when you receive this call. After you receive the scheduling call, you have some time before the interview. It is advised to do some basic research on the company as well as the industry standard expectations for the position that you have applied to, if you don't already have a high-level understanding of these. You want to show up somewhat informed at a basic level about what the company does and what it will ask of you if you get the role. This will allow you to ask insightful questions in your interview that will set you apart from other competing and unprepared candidates. As you prepare for the interview, don't be afraid to rehearse some of the lines. Focus on highlighting your strengths as an employee, or you can perfect your presentation explaining some of your weaknesses of your candidacy in a reasonable or positive light. On the day of the interview, it is recommended to arrive a few minutes early. It's better to be a little early than a little late. You should dress for the job that you are applying for or the next step up. Same as before. It's better to be a little overdressed than a little under at an interview. As you interact with the interviewer, the best thing that you can do is to be honest about yourself. Yes, getting the job is important, but making sure that your dreams, wishes, personality, and strengths are a good fit for the position and that you value the same things as the company are more important to you in the grand scheme of things. If you're strong in an area, tell them. If you are weak in an area, be honest and try your best to tell the interviewer in a positive way. It's okay to have weaknesses. You will want to tell the interviewer how you have overcome them in the past. Ask your insightful questions when given the opportunity by the interviewer and seal the interview with a firm and confident handshake at the end. You may discuss salary, wages, time off, and other things like that here if they are negotiable. After the interview is complete, some time again may pass. I have interviewed over 400 candidates in my 7 years of experience as a hiring manager, and there have been times where I, as the hiring manager, make the job offer immediately at the conclusion of the interview, on the spot. I have also sat in on interviews that I wasn't so sure about for another week or two in order to see and compare this candidate with other scheduled interviews. The amount of time spent waiting again is indefinite. You may receive a call back, and you may not. The company may request a second interview to further narrow down the candidates for a highly competitive position. Waiting again continues to be the most difficult part of the application process. The next step is when the company gives a job offer, usually in a phone call. In the event that you are happy with the terms of the offer, you may accept them over the phone. If you have any questions or concerns regarding pay, assignment, or time off, or any other specifics that were not covered during the interview or stated on the job posting, this is your last opportunity to negotiate or ask about before accepting. Negotiating or asking has the potential to draw out the application process, especially if the employee of the company making the phone call is not the one with the authority to answer the question. But the hiring manager has already made the decision, and if something is reasonably close, the hiring manager will come back with an answer. The key here is reasonably close. Congratulations! You just completed the job application process and are on your way to future success and happiness at your new employer. If you found value in any of the information covered in this video or have further insight on this topic, like, subscribe, and comment down below. This is your Supply Chain Pro, out.